Just bring us up to speed, really. I understand the launch has already taken place. That's the Green Bond itself. We're talking now about, of course, the development program. But just talk us through what the Green Bonds are about.
Okay, so essentially, we all know and understand what is happening in the world with regards to climate change. And what Green Bonds is trying to do is it's a way of funding this climate change initiatives. Okay. We all know about the Paris Agreement. We all know what sort of Nigeria had signed up to and what a lot of countries in the world are signing up to try to protect, if you will, or at least try to reduce the damage that's being caused to our environment globally, and we can even see the effects of that. Mm-hmm. So what are Green Bonds? Like I said, we're trying to finance these projects that are going to sort out these issues we have. So that's why it's called green, and we all know what sort of green means. So anything green, we look at anything to do with maybe afforestation, renewable energy, things like that. So that's essentially what it is, just to sort of make it sort of basic. So
ever since the launch, how much progress has been made?
So last year the federal government issued a green bond, and that was the sort of first sub-Saharan African green bond. Okay. And that was, again, like I said, it's meant to be used to fund renewable energy projects, afforestation, again, as I spoke about earlier. And the idea about it is we've got the sovereign starting this initiative, to help, protect, fix our environment, if you will. But we also need the subnationals, we need the corporates to do that. So what this program is trying to do, and this program is essentially a combination of three parties. So FMDQ, Financial Sector Deepening Africa, and Climate Bonds Initiative. So the three institutions had to come together to put together a program that would help develop this. And what goes on, what do you require for development? There's a whole bunch of things. Okay. So there's the market awareness, the education, the letting people understand what this is about, letting people know what the importance of it is. Now, we signed a cooperation agreement, so that's the three parties, earlier on in March this year, and this week is really about officially launching the program. The program is meant to be a 3-year program that looks at developing the non-sovereign green bond market in Nigeria. Okay. So we coined it the Green Week because it's going to be a series of events over, I would say, 3 days. However, we started yesterday and we had a workshop, like a green bond workshop, with in Abuja, speaking to regulators and other market participants about green bonds. And it's really about educating, so we start from the basics and educate what this is about. It's using the capital markets to fund this climate development initiative, if you will.
Did they have concerns, during the workshop? What kind of feelings did you get from feedback? Did you get?
Essentially, why? Because sometimes people might think, yeah, we are just trying to be part of what is going on in the world, just green, we're trying to go green, but then we do something and then we forget about it. Yeah. So people were just trying to understand why is this important? And again, after all of that had been sorted out, why this is important for us, again, because we think about it and it's not only about the here and now, but it's even about the future. So, and then now understanding the technicalities of it, because again, for something to be classified as a green project, you need to have it verified. You'd say, okay, yes, this has been certified by verifiers. Apologies, and that's where Climate Bonds Initiative comes in. Climate Bonds Initiative, they're a not-for-profit international organization that is looking to mobilize the 100 trillion bond market for climate change solutions. And so we're in partnership with FSD Africa, as I spoke about, who is a DFI looking to, improve developing markets, using the financial markets to improve developing and emerging jurisdictions. And FMDQ as a platform, so we are an exchange that bring all these market participants together to be able to ensure, because when you issue these green bonds, you have to have a platform where they will be listed, where they will be traded, where we can also provide the relevant education on what this is about. So education across the value chain. the regulators, the issuers. And that has been
done already?
Well, that is started.
Okay.
So it's not something that can happen in a day, or even a week, or even a month, even a year, is something that, you know, we have to sort of continue, you know, letting people understand what it is, be aware of it, and know that, okay, I'm an investor, and I could invest in these projects that have ultimate sort of benefit for the environment, you know, for us to, well, maybe you might not see the effects immediately, but even in the future, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years' time. So that is...
Well, I agree with you that, you know, understanding is key. I mean, that's the only way we can even judge interest at the end of the day. I believe, of course, perceptions will change after the program your FMDQ is organizing this week. But beyond that, really, I mean, there are arguments over time when it comes to environmental issues. There are those who say, look, we're not the highest pollutants to begin with. I mean, talk about pollution here. Do you have those kind of questions arising? You mentioned something key, that the major question people are asking is why. In an environment like ours today, it's one thing, of course, for the government to take the first step forward. It's another thing to actually get people on board.
Yes.
How do you intend going about this to start with? You know, it's easy now to talk about focusing on the main players, but the large majority.
Yes. So, like I said, this is not something that can happen overnight.
Yes.
It's something that we have to be deliberate about. So the program I was talking about, the Nigerian Green Bond Market Development Program, is supposed to be a 3-year program. Now, we're not saying in 3 years everything will be sorted out, but there are key things that you need to focus on. You have to have those champions that are going to sacrifice resources, time, and all of that to even build that trajectory. So it's starting off with this week. So we're having a series of roundtable sessions. So questions like this that you're asking, we expect those questions to come up, and we're going to provide answers for them. Now, we wouldn't necessarily say we have all the answers, but it's about having this dialogue and discussions. What are your issues? What are your fears? What are you looking at? You know, we're having one today, actually, with the intermediaries, and that's the first roundtable we're starting with. Then we're having 2 tomorrow with issuers and then investors. And then on Thursday, we're having the official launch, which is